성과를 봐주세요.
Our practice. Did you
선생님,
call for me, teacher?
부르셨나요? 그렇게
Keep
자꾸 찌르시면 간지러워요, 선생님.
Seriously,
정말?
you want
저도
to meet you
똑같이 할 거예요.
For Irie. You can get a hold for her at all? No, 2 days in a row now. One day, I didn't was a problem, but it's weird. She's not even answering my calls. I take it if you haven't heard from her either. So nobody knows where she is. Do we have a report the Justice Task Force? You don't have a hunch or anything? Did you notice anything strange before she disappeared? Well, there wasn't really anything I could point to. We didn't have a fight or anything, and our practice wasn't perfect, but we are getting there. I really did see any of this coming, especially because it's Irie we're talking about. If we're absent for 2 days practice, one would have been bad and I. Yeah, if we're not to. Ah! Wait, you're aware of that? And you just admit it? If you know that, why would you act like that in the first? There wasn't anything too noticeable overall, but there was one odd thing. Huh? What? It was small, but it was there. Maybe that was the problem. What odd thing are you talking about? Well, it was really big enough to point out. Maybe it was nothing. I'm only saying this just in case, so don't take my word for it. That said, well, how do I put this? For the last several days, Irie seemed like she felt that something might not be working out for her. With practice? She seemed rather at least almost of something was chasing her. She was, of course, suppressing it and smiling all the while, so perhaps she thought we didn't notice. You spotted too. You're pretty sharp about these things. Wait, what? When was she like that? How come I didn't know? Again, it was barely noticeable. She made a point of not letting that affect her practice. Regardless, I would never have thought she disappeared without a word. Something must have happened. Huh? Say again? You'd have a theory, teacher? Teacher, why are you? That's a keyboard Irie left behind. Is that? A piece of paper underneath the cover. It's a note. What? A note? Why would she leave us a note like this? Because it's Irie. What does it say? Can I take a look? To everyone, I'm sorry. Huh? She's sorry? I'm sorry, I'm holding you back. This is not going to work as it is, and so I'm looking for someone better to replace me. What? I hope you all crush it out there. You're not like me, so I'm sure you can do it. Huh? What? What kind of nonsense is that? What did you do wrong this time? What did you do wrong? Wait, is this what are we doing? Just standing here? What do you mean? Is that what we're doing? Teacher said they had a hunch of where to find Irie. If the teacher knows where she is, then they probably also know what her problem is, so we should leave to teacher, right? if you barge in insisting on doing it yourself like last time. 이거 설마 이건 내 포지션이야. Why are you looking at me? No reason. Just thinking about last time. Still, even teacher brings Irie back if one really solve anything. Are we sure we want to sit around doing nothing until they come back? Teacher said they were going to go alone. So we'll stick with that. I'm sure that have a reason. Oh, we could. I said Irie's favorite things on the table for when they get here. It would be a party where you eat the ears of someone of mint chocolate. Ah, come on! I'm not talking of that at all. You didn't think it was strange? I was acting way off. I'm not just talking about her going missing. She was different from the start. Has Harry ever insisted on doing something? Isn't that the first time? 아니야. Now that you mention it, this hasn't been her usual style. Talking about bands, playing instruments, mentioning the Frederica Samuel thing and dragging a bus in. And she seemed stressed, like she had to prop herself. Why did she want to form a band? Why did she want to start playing before that? What could have been the problem before that? So we put her stress itself aside and focus instead of the root cause of that stress. Well considered, and it seems we have the time to consider it now. Huh? The answer does seem rather obvious. What do you mean obvious? This band thing came out of the blue. What does obvious about that? Think about it. When we began to practice, we had a goal in mind, a reason for it. To pass the audition. Irie obsessed to over practice. She must have been afraid to fail. Obvious, yes. But we would really better if she failed, right? That's what we're still wondering about. The audition was just an excuse to get us on the board. It was that important. Yeah, maybe you were right. If we do fail, the only thing we stand to lose is the Frederica Samuel. Huh? Wait a second! What are you trying to say now? What? Yeah, just think about. Wait a sec. It's like a puzzle pieces of cards are coming together. Why would someone like Irie actively insist that we start the band? Wait, what did she do? Rather, they're saying something that none of us would agree to. She showed us a flyer and talking about the audition, saying we can eat the Frederica Samuel White Pass while she was trying to lure us. As if it is just an added bonus. But maybe, she was beating around the bush, but what if it's the opposite? No, Yoshimi, I think they're stretching it. How so? It sounds exactly the way Irie would think. Come on, really? How does that make any sense? It may be hard to believe, but the truth is hard to believe sometimes. I think we're right. Totally right. 100% right on the dot. There is no other reason, no matter what we might think. Of course, she's going to be bothered about not getting better. Of course, she's going to be frustrated. Because she was on the who wanted to eat the Samuel the most. Because she has to pass. If she fails, she can't have any. Seriously? Making a big deal out of that one little? Big deal. Think about Irie. Wouldn't have been like, hey, I want to eat some Samuel, so why don't you all join a band me? Right? No, Natsu. Maybe, but not Irie. Hey, I feel like everyone's taking a jab at me today. In any case, she acted like it was all about the band while luring with us in with the Samuel. But Samuel was actually her ultimate goal all along, and she gave her right for it. Right? It'll check so right? This is a totally Irish style. I know her like the back of my band. Well, I won't say you're wrong, but I mean, you make a good case, but Irie, leaning on us on the like that? Well, it's not like she did anything bad. There's no harming in keeping her motivation to herself, is there? It's not like she lied to us. Well, get just much Samuel as she does. So she's got nothing to feel bad about. And she invented quite a narrative to cover it all. Well, play she strategy of if it all fails into place. But if that strategy hinges on her own skill, of course, it's going to stress her out. It's super stressful if I'd run away. Would it be okay in that situation if you're the one who investigated everything? So, all this nonsense about looking for other member just because we won't be able to eat samurai with her. Seriously? QWER, I say. Irie, come back. Irie, you're such a dummy. Why did you just... Ah! Like you said, she's not that kind of person. That's true, but... Ugh! So that she keep pointing to Samuel. And if can get her some, she won't be stressed anymore. It's the best ending we could ask for. In fact, it rocks. Wait, is Samuel too hard to come by? And it's not we're sure we'll pass the audition. Honestly, I wouldn't feel comfortable auditioning with someone who's not Irie. Sure, but that's not even the main problem. The audition is a week away. Are we supposed to watch Irie mope until then? No way! Absolutely not. Over my dead body. Let's go find one. If we can get one by tomorrow, we can shove it in her mouth. Nice idea, but it's not happening. You can just buy Samuel off the shelf. It's so rare. It takes someone like the carnival committee to acquire them, and we're not getting of any our own. Well, Huh? Why give up so easily? Surely we can find them somewhere. Ah, what? We can find them somewhere? Where? Huh? Why are you asking me? You already said it. The carnival committee has them. Huh? Aha! I was wondering where you were going with that. But no, if they just handed it out whenever by anybody asked, it wouldn't be a prize to begin with. I don't think Natsu's suggesting we ask. You're not thinking of pulling the heist through, are you? That'd be flat out ridiculous. The festival's being hosted by the Tea Party, where the center of campus. The students from the committee on guard, and day and night, for sure. We'd have to climb the walls, and we'd still get caught, so we have to shoot our way out. Impossible. There's no way. I know, it's funny coming from me, but how could shelters dedicate flowers like us ever pull that off? Unless there's someone who knows how to do all that, who can give us a crash course. Curious you say that, Yoshimi. Do you not see? Or perhaps you take her for granted so much. You've forgotten, but there is one who can both climb walls and fight. Huh? She's here with us even now. Unlike she was no sheltered flower. She's the retired monster of the underworld, the sweeping beast. The legend. Ah! Natsu! Oh! Don't you even start with that! No nonsense, friend. I'm quite serious, more so than unusual. Beyond serious even. This is of great importance. You know yourself, this is the only option we have. Truly, we have no others left. That's just because. If in fact, perhaps your past was fated all along to bring you to this moment. Did it not cross your mind, Kayomama Kajusa, that you had just the power we needed? Well, that's... Okay, first let me say this. If I take the lead here, there are no guarantees. Once the Justice Task Force gets called and shows up, it's over. And even if we do make it out of there are still going to be consequences. For infiltrating the command center of the Tea Party hosted event, of course. And so today marks the end of After School Sweets Club, because by the time tomorrow, the club will no longer exist. There will be no room, no founts, will be cast out into the streets. In other words, okay, so you don't know, but you're still. And so what? So what? Those that hold you back, search your heart. Kayoyama Kazusa, those that fear consequences truly stay your hand? Or perhaps I should ask someone else. What say you, Yoshimi? Huh? What do I think? I think who cares? It's not like we can't beat each other. Of the outside of the club, we can't even do this for our friend. What good is the club in the first place? We can just create a group, chat and meet that way. Of course, we might get in trouble at school or at home, but it's not going to kill us or anything. We might get suspended. We might then even get community service, but I think that in the first place, this club was originally... Yoshimi, you hurt her. We are all the same mind, and we have neither the room nor the time to squabble. Especially you, Kajusa. Anyway, you can see you wanted this the most out of all of us. Natsu. No. Time for the sentiment, Kayama Kajusa. The sweeping beast of Trinity. Perhaps we have never thought this day would come. But it's time to become after school. Sweet Jang once more. Tonight, the beast will return to the hunt. For Ari, no. For everyone. Okay. Please become Cat Pollock again.
선생님,
You call me, teacher?
부르셨나요?
If you
그렇게
keep poking me
자꾸
like that,
찌르시면
that tickles,
간지러워요,
teacher.
선생님.
Seriously,
정말
do you want to be
저도
I'll back to
똑같이 할
you.
거예요.